It's a gorgeous day in Blacksburg, Virginia, and the perfect setting for another key women's soccer showdown. The undefeated number 23 Virginia Tech Hokies host the Yale Bulldogs here on ACC Network Extra. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel and Josh Brown. We're glad to have you with us here on ACC Network Extra. Well, Josh, Yale coming off of a couple of key wins in a row, and the standout has been Ellery Winkler.
She's been absolutely outstanding early. Teams.
Spreading out for Thompson. Long ball into the box. Mance. Cutting in. Steigerwald. Corner kick, Virginia Tech.
That's some fancy footwork there by Steigerwald. That was a great move to beat the defender. Just a little feint to the right, pull the ball back to the left, and then try and work one in.
So Steigerwald cutting
Beautiful.
on McCraven. McCraven has been pretty unforgivable in some of these possessions for Virginia Tech. Went off of Bonta, and a crucial corner for the Hokies. Henning steps up. Trying to bend the ball in. Switching sides for Weber. Now a goal kick.
And that time on the corner kick, they just didn't look for Henderson. They have looked for her a lot. They tried to work something short and just mix one up there with a cross in. And we'll see the rest of the way. Just a little over 11 minutes here. Is this something where it's going to end with a stalemate going into the end of regular time, or can Virginia Tech continue to possess and create another dangerous chance like they did to get that first goal?
Or can Yale create some sort of breakaway? We haven't seen much out of them in the second half, but they have the weapons to do so. Lily Weber going to the ground. Actually, that was Heister.
Drawing the free kick. And this is a position, too. It's similar to a corner kick. You line some players up. Of course, Henderson comes forward. Try and see if they can work her free.
It's a low one. Wide open.
Fantastic pass. That's another great long ball by Olivia Odell to try and work something. It didn't work out, but she's looked sharp on the ball.
But a great tackle by Alexandra McCraven for Yale. Kind of negating that big pass.
As soon as they make a tackle to win it, though, it just seems to be that ball forward. They can possess a little bit with their defenders, and then just nothing happening with connections to move it into the attacking third, or really hardly the midfield third here for Yale.
10 minutes to play. Molly Fayen, Nicole Kozlova both coming in, as well as Emily Gray. Kozlova has scored the lone goal for Virginia Tech. That happened some 16 minutes ago. Emily McCarter.
Yeah, and it's pretty fun to see the transition from the Virginia Tech players, where they've got some players that have come on in a hurry in this season and have made a difference for them. They have these players that last year they either couldn't make an impact or they just weren't getting on the goal scoring chart. And you look there, very impressive for Mance, McCarter, and Kozlova. Kozlova we knew would be an impact player as McCarter. Michaela Mance for me is one of those who she just jumps off the page.
It's a quick corner. Looking for the head of Hemmen. Just too high.
And Hemmen was free. They had worked her free. There was a little bit of interplay there in the box where, because they played it short, players just lost their mark, and Hemmen was up there. She was ready to try and get her header to it and just could not on that one.
Okay, not Kozlova let that pass through her. I believe she thought Emily Gray was right behind her, and instead it was McCraven.
One of the few times that those two will not be on the same page. As the season goes on, you just start to learn what your players that you're playing with are going to do, and that time it's not on the same wavelength.
Yale bringing in a couple of new players with 8 minutes left to go. Wharton and Winkler.
And these were the two in the first half that made a big impact, that they would pick up the ball and drive at the defense. So bring them back on here and see if you can make something happen on the counter, because it just has not been there for Yale in the second half.
Straight into the air.
And here are the shirtless guys down there.
Yeah. Well, they're out in full force again today.
Thank you.
The weather still very nice. We're not into the briskness of fall yet,
No.
where that would even be a concern.
Yeah, a few of them a little sunburnt from the football game yesterday. Molly Fayen for Kozlova, and the Hokies take the lead. Second goal of the game for the redshirt freshman.
Virginia Tech stayed patient throughout this entire second half. The ball to spring this all in from McCarter is incredible. That's as perfect as you can put it. And then the connection between Fayen and Kozlova, you're that close to the goal, put it on frame, goalie has no chance. That's beautifully worked by Virginia Tech. It all came from the possession, just staying patient, and Kozlova getting herself the brace today. Fantastic effort from the forward.
What a time to get your fourth goal of your college career. Her fourth goal of this season. What a story for Virginia Tech. Nicole Kozlova did not play all of last year due to injury. Now the Canadian has given Virginia Tech the lead.